What them do, them road bad man. Them don't want me shook bad man. Tell them be one that.
Alright, let me get straight to the point, yeah? Alright, I've seen some dumb in my lifetime, but nothing, and I mean nothing, compares to this dumb Now, this Bollywood movie is called... Now, I was watching this film yesterday with my parents, and wallahi, you know the Somalian ones? Wallahi, it was so unrealistic, I thought it was a dream. That's how unrealistic it was. Space Jam is more realistic than this movie. Space Jam. It's about alien basketball players and Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan. I don't know who wrote that script. Now let me tell you about this one fight scene, okay? Now it all starts with this criminal, and this guy looks like the Scarface of Bombay. Like, this guy looks serious. But please, just tell me, please, who the hell is in charge of hiring your henchmen? Who is this guy? Where did he buy this umbrella from? Toys R Us? Bruv, it's more colourful than 6ix9ine's hair. Then you see an auntie who's probably had a few too many pakoras in our time, crying and shit. And you're thinking, you know what? This villain, he looks like he's got heart. He's gonna do the right thing and console her, comfort her, tell her everything's gonna be okay. My man fully grips her up like she's a dumbbell. And the way he's holding her hair, like, are you trying to find out if it's real or a weave? Like, I don't even think that's a weave. Why are you trying to pull it off? And bruv, the way he dashed her. Anyone dash my mom like that, bruv, it's on. Then they pick the body up, dash bare firewood on him, and bang, they're gonna burn him alive. Cause coffins are bare expensive still. Don't ask how I know. I researched the dumbest things. Like, I'm not even lying, I actually researched if you can have Wi-Fi in your coffin. I don't know how that's gonna benefit me when I'm dead. Like, I would be suffering in the grave, but at least I could insta-snap it. Now I clocked that maybe the son is still alive. I don't even know at this point. I was too busy rewinding it and playing back the dash. Superman! Now this auntie was fully begging the villain to allow her son, and then he declines the offer politely. Ah! What the f? How is he gonna kick her? Imagine the director going, okay, now what you do is you kick her, but kick her for real, okay? None of this fake shit. You want me to kick her? Is that okay with you? Absolutely not. She says that. Action! Kick the kutti now! Bruv, the way this guy just finessed the Eric Cantona on this auntie. Like, bruv, this guy has zero chill. Like, how you gonna kick someone's mom like that? Bruv, this guy is fully evil. Even Shaitan is like, oh, that's too much. You need Allah. And the way he's laughing at her. I should be laughing, but wallahi he's going to hell. Somalian ones, wallahi. So now they want to burn the body, and the villain does a signal to call on someone who has a lighter or a matchstick. But look how extra this guy is. Where did you find such a big stick? Stop begging a promotion. You work in a gang, not Asda. And the way that this guy sparks the hero's mum. Her landing made me die. Now my favorite part, what happens next? Is it A, police finally arrive to the scene even though it's been like 15 minutes late and this auntie's been kicked and sparked way too many times for my liking? Or B, the dead hero's brother comes out of nowhere with his gang of boys from Hackney and they fully get revenge? Or C, when the fat auntie fell, a Lota will just fly up and spring up into the air and just glide coincidentally in mid-air and pour water which goes all the way back down into the hero's mouth, and then he suddenly just revives and everyone up because obviously that water was good quality tap water. Yeah, you guessed it right. What the hell, man? This is why I'm adamant that these people in the Bollywood industry are on some sort of drugs. They're doing balloons or something. Like, I can imagine the scriptwriter. She fall down, Lota fly in the air. It hovers and pours water all the way back down to the hero mouth. He come back alive even though he's dead, but he's back alive now because water is good for you. And this water was a special water from France. France water, very good. No, but seriously, what are the odds of that happening? Like, ever in life? That don't even happen in X-Men. And the way that the hero has his eyes closed, because I swear he's dead, but he coincidentally opens his mouth before the water actually pours into his mouth. Like, so it's like he sensed it. He's like, I sense a Lota in the air pouring water down that is going to directly land in my mouth. Oh yeah, I'm right. French water. Like, how is that possible? Unless my man wasn't really dead. But that means he's lying down with his eyes closed and he could hear everything. So I'm thinking, how many times can you hear your mum get kicked and sparked in the face, and yet you still choose to do nothing? Like, do you not like your mum? Like, she must be your stepmom. She can't be your real mum, because you can't hear that. You can't hear your mum getting banged and just fully just be in character still. She's getting beaten though. Oh, don't worry. Just stay in character. I'm sure she'll be fine. And can we just address the elephant in the room? That wasn't even a glass. How are you gonna be slurping water that's coming from a lota? Do you know what a lota is? Information time. It's a utensil used for cleaning one's bum. You pour water in it, and then you pour that water on your bum and clean yourself. You know, one of those ones. And obviously at the front, like on your kebab, like it's Stinja, innit? Big up your Stinja. Stinja gang. It's Stinja gang. But seriously, that's disgusting. Like, I feel sorry for your future wife who has to lips you, knowing full well that you drink water from a lota. I would not recommend that to anyone, unless you want like AIDS in your mouth. And then the guy starts fighting, and I'm thinking, bruv, let go of the lota. Like, you can let go, it's helped you now, but don't hang on to it. Like, a lota is not the key of winning a street fight. You're already at a disadvantage. You against bare mans. So why are you gonna disable one of your hands and just hold a lota randomly? The way these three pagans jumped in the air in a straight line, yet madly landed like this. Like, who's the stunt choreographer? Who was in charge of that? That don't make sense. You wanna see it again? How does this make sense? And I'm not gonna lie, certain Pakistani dads would watch this and think he's giving the guy a massage. You know, one of those ones, like I've spoken about it before, when you're a little kid and your dad's like, Humza, can you stand on my back? Like, I'm not a chiropractor, but I don't know, like, I just feel that if you feel pain in any part of your body, the solution, Pakistanis, is not to step on it. The way the Pakistanis try to fix their computers when it freezes. They just keep slapping it on the side with their village plutonium hands. Come on, bud! Come on, man! Let me make it more clearer. Damaging it won't fix it. Understand, Pakistanis? It's so obvious that this guy is on roids or taking some sort of clenbuterol or something, because the way he dashed these three fully grown men like that with just your back is madness. Do you go to the same supplement shop as Canelo? And I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the funniest thing I've ever seen like this yet. Like, he flips them backwards, but then in the next shot, they're flipping forward. And then in the next shot, they fall backwards. Like, the stunt coordinator must be getting paid a lot of money for this. Or not, because he's fully not concentrating on his job. Yeah, they're flipping that backwards. No, forwards now, I think. Or do what you want, man. Like, once I saw a kangaroo have sex with a rat, but this shocked me more. He was still holding the lota, bruv. Bruv, you need to listen to your therapist and let go. And why is your hand fully inside of it? Congratulations, your hand has officially contracted chlamydia. By the way, just for the record, I never saw a kangaroo make love to a rat. That is actually just me just chatting shit. Because I don't want people to think that, oh wow, Humza watches some next porn. And then he sparks all three of them with minimal contact, and watch this fall. And what I don't get is this bare man's here. There's probably like about 30 of you guys. But yet you all choose to attack him individually. How does that make sense, cuz? Like, it's like a line in Thorpe Park. There's 30 of you. Jump on him together. This will end in 12 seconds max. And why in every single Indian film, in every single fight, when the baddies get banged or flung or kicked or whatever, they would always land on something random? I mean, what the is that? Well, that's an inconvenience. And what you're about to see is my man beating up a whole entire army single-handedly with just a lota. I swear to you, I can't make this up. Writer, did you write? How does he win? I think, he beats everyone up. He beats everyone up with the lota? Yeah. And then watch this. No connection whatsoever. And then the most awkward move I've seen in my life. What is that? I don't know what move that is. Then no connection once again. Why is he even standing like that? Just blatantly waiting to get fully sparked by a Lota. And this one, mate, I swear that this one actually made me laugh. My man is looking the other way. Why? There's only one guy you're all attacking. He just spent the whole of last Ramadan sparking all of your boys individually. It's been like 2 minutes since the fight started and you still don't know where he is. What are you looking for? I love life. And I saw this move, I swear on my life, I just left the room. I left the room, I left the house, I went to find my ex, I texted her, I said come outside, I then said hey, now that you're outside and we're looking face to face, shall we just hang out? Because I would rather do that than continue watching this dumb shit that don't even make sense. I mean, look at this, when the hero threw the punch, why were you all standing in 2 perfect lines facing each other and not at the guy you're attacking? What were you guys doing?
Hey brother. Yes brother. I know we're supposed to beat this hero up, but do you want to play a game? What game you want to play, brother? Staring contest? You mean who blinks fast? Yes brother.
Hey, I want to play too.
I want to play too. I want to play too, guys. After my nose stops bleeding.
Did this punch that blatantly didn't even connect to even these 2 guys somehow managed to affect and damage 10 mans? This hero knocked out 10 guys with a single punch. With the Lota. Now just when you think it can't get any worse, it actually did. These 3 bosses take out a samurai sword each and all strike the Lota. And I don't know why they are holding this position for so long. Like by the time they finish, I literally could have cooked 3 eggs. Like it don't even make sense. And this one wasn't even touching the Lota. It was just dangling there in the air. Then he breaks all the 3 swords with, yeah, you guessed it, the Lota. And then once again, everyone would be landing on random shit. One landed on a birdhouse. One landed on a random bench that was already broken. One landed on a carriage, but it didn't even make sense because it didn't go with the last shot. I'm thinking, where you landing from? And then one gets banged outside, but then goes through a door from the inside of a house. And then one lands on a 6-foot pile of Arabian sand and then dies, as the sand might have been toxic, I guess. And then he actually cuts the guy's neck with the Lota. And I'm like, props to the Lota, man. You have contributed fully to this fight. I guess you are the key to success in a street fight. Next time I get into a fight, I'm not gonna pull out a knife. I'm not gonna pull out a gun. I'm just gonna pull out a Lota, cuz. Now this guy obviously deserved to die from a Lota, because through the flashbacks, you can see he's trying to sexually assault the hero's girl. But then when the hero finally kills the villain, the main villain, the one who UFC'd his mum, he also had flashbacks of him who also sexually assaulted his girl. And I'm thinking, how many times did this girl get sexually assaulted? What kind of boyfriend are you? You definitely win the award for the shittest boyfriend of 2018. You need to stop fingering that Lota and start protecting your girl, for goodness sake. Bruv, put an alarm system in your house. At least change the locks. Call her from time to time and say,
has anyone tried to sexually assault you today? No? Oh, that makes a change.
Now my favorite part, story time. This story is called Potatoes, Eggs and Coffee. I know what you're thinking.
Well, this is gonna be a story. Either that or it's just gonna make me really hungry.
But just listen. Once there was a daughter who complained to her father that her life was miserable and that she didn't know how she was going to make it. She was tired of fighting and struggling all the time. It just seemed that as one problem was solved, another one soon followed. But her father, who was a chef, took her to the kitchen, and then what he did was he got 3 pots and filled them each with water. Then he started to boil the water in each pot. And what he did was he got potatoes, he got eggs, and he got coffee beans. Then he turned around and he was like, what are these 3 things? And she replied, potatoes, eggs, and coffee. She wasn't impressed.
A few moments later.
And then he turned around and said to his daughter, now look closer. So when she touched the potatoes, she realized that the potatoes were now soft. She started peeling off the shell. She realized that now it's a hard-boiled egg. And when she sipped the coffee, the aroma, the taste, just put a smile on her face. And then she looked at her father and said, what does this mean? What are you trying to tell me? He then explained that the potatoes, eggs, and coffee all faced the same adversity, the boiling water. However, each one reacted differently. Before the potato went inside the boiling water, it was strong, it was hard. But in boiling water, it became soft and weak. Now the egg was fragile, with a thin outer shell, which was protecting the liquid interior until it was put in boiling water. After that, the inside became hard. However, the ground coffee beans were unique. After they were exposed to the boiling water, they changed the water and created something new. And then he asked his daughter the question, which one are you? When adversity knocks on your door, how do you respond? What I'm trying to say is there are going to be times where you will feel like you're drowning in that boiling water. as we all go through adversity. We all face pain, sadness, heartbreak, whatever it may be. But what really matters is how it changes you and what's inside of you. So whenever you go through hardship, just remember, think to yourself, which one are you? The potato, the egg, or the coffee bean?
Okay, now I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat something. But please, subscribe, because I just told you a story about freaking potato and egg and all of that shit. Subscribe, okay? Subscribe. Look, the lighting was shit before, but I fixed it. Look, I deserve subscription. Look at this light. I brought it with my own money. You should subscribe. Look how dirty my room is. I need a cleaner, and I can only get a cleaner with more subscribers, which will mean more money. No, actually, that's not true, actually. I just want subscribers. Doesn't really affect my oh, you know what? I think this is getting much. Subscribe.